Hey guys, this is Negla. There is something that I feel that it's a question that I had for myself, and I got an answer for a while back, and I started to understand it in a much better way. See, there's a lot of spiritual concepts in this world, so much knowledge in the internet, um, in books. It's too much. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of people are bringing actually, and they're all really good information. It's not that there's nothing wrong with it, but for me, when you have a really busy lifestyle, I would like to understand things in a very simple way. And one of those concepts that I felt that I just wanted to understand was the concept of why twin flames are important. Why is the love of twin flames important to this world? What is it? What is it about our hearts that's important? Okay, so here's the answer in a very, very simple term. See, twin flames are a little different than most people. Actually, we're a lot different, but at the same time we're like them, but we have some differences in us. It's our heart, really. All what is mainly different about us versus others is our hearts. Maybe that's why I'm wearing red today, but twin flame hearts are very, very powerful. They're very, very strong, and that's why we're needed. That's why we're needed to enrich this energetic grid around the earth. And what our hearts are able to do is we have this amazing capacity of love. So with this, like with our hearts, we're able to absorb positive energies and positive vibrations coming to earth from the universe. So we have this, our heart is like those transmitters. Like we even we're not really conscious of how we do it, but it's definitely, we have the ability to do it. Those hearts, like, and especially if you can feel it up here in your heart chakra, you can absorb tons and tons of positive energies coming from the universe. Everywhere you go, anything that emits any kind of positive energy, your hearts are able to absorb it. But at the same time, what makes us different is not only that we are able to absorb it, but we're able to transmit it, like push it outwards from us. So if you can imagine anyone who's a twin flame, if we can imagine us like cell towers, the job of a cell tower is to take some kind of a frequency or a wave and transmit that and push it outwards, really amplifying it and pushing it outwards. And that's exactly what twin flame hearts, this is what our hearts can do. They can take positive energies and just transmit them, like push them out really, really strong. So anywhere we go, anywhere we interact with people, and especially if our hearts are opened and our egos have subsided, so our heart chakras become so powerful, we basically, whenever we walk, whenever we interact, see, our hearts are just fully they're working all the time. So we're absorbing the positive energies and we're emitting them to the outside. So anywhere we go, this is what we do. We are pushing positive energies all around, like around us. So our dimension, really the diameter of our the force of our hearts is so strong, and it's really, really powerful. So always think of yourself like that. This is what you do as a twin flame. So that's why we have our hearts have to have no ego in it. And we have to have that unconditional love. So we actually use our hearts to its maximum full capacity. So the thing is, like, and especially when we interact with people, and say you're in the supermarket or you're just walking the mall or whatever, see, your heart is fully transmitting those energies, like you're already emitting those positive energies like a cell tower. So you're just pushing it out, pushing it out, pushing it out. So everywhere you go, anyone who comes close to that energy, especially if they come in proximity with you and physical, they receive that shock. It's like electricity going into a light bulb. It brings it light. So you bring light into those people. So you may not really see what happens with that light, because you're not going to know everybody that you meet. But um, but that light just shocks them. It gives them something to help them heal. So if they are, like, for example, in a journey to heal pain or to heal something in them, or they're in a spiritual journey, that's like zapping them, like giving that electric shock that will help them through that journey. So the more you do it, like everywhere you go, anywhere you interact with people, you're just giving them that kind of love. So the more you bring unconditional love towards yourself, towards that heart, it just opens up more and more and more. And that's why twin flames are so powerful. That's why we keep thinking and talking about unconditional love. Unconditional love to yourself, to humanity, to this universe, and especially towards the people who are around you, because this is how you really can help them, is becoming what we are meant to be. This is just to become the source of love that just keeps on working. So the more you heal yourself, the better your heart chakra is going to be working, so you're able to absorb as much as possible from this universe. So when you look at it, the reason why twin flames don't really come into full physical union if their hearts are not healed is, like, if you can imagine two very powerful forces, and if one of them, say, has darkness in them, or still needs a lot of healing, and there's pain in them, if you combine forces, and I'm going to use something that I love about Ghostbusters movie, is that they say don't combine the streams. So if you can imagine two streams of very powerful love energy, you can think about it that way. You combine it together. If the two streams are full of love and they're absolutely love, and you combine that stream together, can you imagine what happens with that? It becomes such a powerful force. That's why when twin flames get in union, they're such a powerful force of love. And if they are not going to be love, then the universe is not going to be working really hard to bring them together. Because why bring a source of negativity and amplifying it from just being one to becoming two of it? This world doesn't need that. So again, we talk about healing. We talk about bringing love towards ourselves, because that's our job. It doesn't matter if you're with your twin flame, if you're not in physical. Just look at yourself and how powerful you are as a twin. You have this God-given, universe-given, whatever you believe in, that energy force inside your heart. So don't ever belittle who you are. Always look at yourself as someone amazing, as someone that's so much needed in this universe. And the more you become yourself, the more you become your full authentic soul, your full authentic self, and you have gone through your healing, then you're gonna see it. You're gonna be flowing with love. And the way I feel about it, and I know I've talked about it with my soul family and my soul sisters and friends, is that you're gonna see you becoming like a love bubble. There'll be a love bubble around you, and that's the energy field that you as a twin possess. So anywhere you go, everywhere you talk to people, and we're talking about you becoming at peace with yourself and at peace with your own healing, you're going to see that heart emitting those positive vibrations. When I go hiking, for example, and even though people are really nice, but they start saying hello, especially children. They're talking to a stranger and just smiling. I'm not different than others. I'm just one of many. And there are so many of us who are just like that. Nothing special, but it's just really love. You have that love in your heart that people are actually feeling. So people identify with your energy field. So make sure that your energy field is love. When you interact with people, when you interact with your own self, interact with animals, when you're interacting with nature, just understand how powerful your heart is. It's so, so powerful. So understand that, and understand why our love is so important, why those hearts are important. When we talk about us as twin flames visiting the grid, what is it that we really, really do? And especially when twin flames would come together, and you're gonna start noticing more and more twin flames coming together as friends, as family, as a union between the twin flame couples. It's because we need that love energy. The world has been suffering for so much negativity, for years and years and years, and you need that balance of love to bring back humanity back on track. So when you meet other twins, you're gonna start to see the dimension and the strong positive vibration of twin flames. Is the love in their hearts. You're gonna start noticing people watching you, people noticing you for no specific reason. It's not like you're doing something crazy when you're walking in life or whatever. It's just because of the energy in your heart. So just understand why it's important as twin flames that we embrace this part of who we are. Not to belittle anybody else, but because we go through very, 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 very painful and strong experiences in life that we actually use to heal, templates, past lives, situations, and we're doing it not just for twin flames, we're doing it for the collective of humanity. It's because that heart of ours is helping others. So when one twin flame heals, that person is going to be healing so many other people who are in that same situation. So I'm being reminded, something that Spirit just kind of reminded me, and I feel that I have to mention that. My friend Tiara, she just she's my soul sister, and she gets those beautiful dreams for the collective. And in her dream, and not to go into many details, but it was the masculine twin, the masculine energy twin, was driving a car, while she, as a feminine energy twin, she riding along. And she was seeing the moon, looking very silver and dripping in gold. And in her dream, and I can't really speak for her dream, but I can speak for what it really means. It really means that things are going to start changing. Life has been, and especially in the last years, the feminine energy twins, it doesn't matter what kind of gender you are, because it's just an identification of the energy that comes from you. They've been doing a lot of work, a lot of healing, a lot of inner healing our deepest pains and hurts, even the interaction with our twin or interactions with this world. So we've been healing, and we've been taking the lead in the positive vibration for humanity. But as time has come now for the masculine energy twins to start taking the lead, and that's exactly what's going to happen. They're both going to be together. So it's time for the masculine to take its lead next to the feminine. So each one will become whole again. They're whole each by themselves, but they're going to be becoming whole. So the love, the streams of love is just going to come like that, and they're going to be combining the streams. And when we look at the moon in her dream, the moon represents change and represents positive things coming, and it represents marriage. Marriage is a concept of a union, and this is the union that is coming. So, and with gold, it's a lot of positive things are coming, and they're both thriving in amazement towards the moon. So just understand that by us becoming love in ourselves, unconditional love to ourselves, healing every single part of us, healing situations with family, with friends, ex-lovers, karmic partners, you name it, whatever we're healing. And we are going to be healing throughout our lives. This healing is going to continue, but it's not going to be as bad or as difficult as it is, because the more we do it, things become so easy. It's because we start to embrace more and more love into our hearts, so things become really easy. We heal very easy, and we're going to be healing in acceleration. So as we heal our major issues, everything else is going to become so minor and so little. So that's why clearing those hearts is to help us fulfill our mission, which is to become love and absorb that love that's coming to us from our guides, from all the beautiful spirits of love and light, the consciousness that's around us in this universe. So we're just going to take it in and we're going to be pushing it out like the cell tower. So I hope this explains this little concept about why love is important for twin flames. I'll talk to you soon.